people a few minutes to get in here and say hi. Anyway, to in this message, how do I do that? Stop it. Okay. Hey, my kids. They're completely silent until I click the live button. The second the stream starts, they start making noise and make it impossible for me to do my stream. I hate it. Oh my god. I do not know how well this stream will be. I don't know if it'll go well. I don't know if I don't know. I'm trying. I honestly have no idea what kind of content to put out. I figured today would be a day for letting anyone who wants to join me, but we're almost 5 minutes in and still 0 viewers, so I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Kayler! Hey, Cody. You guys are the first two. Uh, hi, Chevy. Everybody is starting to pile in now. Yay! I was starting to feel lonely. Uh, Chevy, I don't know if you see the link up there, but if you could find some way to pin that so it doesn't go away. I'm not sure how to. Um, I think Chevy and Kayla have been catching all my streams since I started, haven't you? Oh, here we go. I made new change. Okay. Eh, you've been present for pretty much all of them. So I count you as being there since the start. I figure add a second admin or a moderator, that way Chevy doesn't have to do everything by himself. Today's stream is open to anyone who wants to be a guest. Here's the link if you want to come up on stage, as it were. I do post to the Facebook Fish Tubers notification group that I will be going live. I probably don't do far enough in advance for everybody. I'm not sure where all to share out that I'm going live. So I post to Facebook. I set up the video in advance. Today I forgot to set it up until just a couple hours ago. But my tank is in the other room. It's in the kitchen. I'm currently sitting in the living room. And what's in it is 3 fantail goldfish and 1 baby bristlenose pleco. You babies need to be quiet if you're going to sit out here. I figured try sit in the living room. That way I can have the laptop plugged into Ethernet. And I can have a little table here for putting stuff on. I really have no idea what I'm talking or what I'm to talk about. I have no idea what I'm doing with streams. But I'm trying. Go play in the room if you're gonna be noisy. Hey, hey, Mr. Fish. Welcome. Ramble and engage. Well, I don't know what to ramble about. My kids are brats. They're 5 and 3. My little one turns 4 in a month. I am so bad at this. I'm sorry. Yeah, my kids are a handful, and I have one of each. My 5-year-old's a girl, and my almost 4-year-old is a boy. My tank's doing okay. Still has green water in it. I wish that would clear up. I recently got my pleco. The lady who gave it to me had also put a little bit of duckweed in the container. So I have that in a separate little Ziploc tub to try grow it before I can put it in with the goldfish. Otherwise, they'll the goldfish will eat it all gone before it has a chance to really spawn and spread out. I do not have the funds, sadly. What funds I had for the fish tank went to buying a gravel vac finally. So yeah, you guys are all talking about Atlanta and stuff, and I'm sitting at home wishing I had a car to even go across town and have the kids visit Grandpa. Without a UV sterilizer or anything, how long does it usually take for green water to go away, if it is gonna? Yeah, and see, I've got 2 live plants in my tank right now. I've got an Anubias and I've got a Java Fern. Well, I hope I get it soon. I really want to practice drawing that logo for you. No, no light, no sunlight gets on it. It actually gets pretty warm out lately, so we've been having all windows and curtains closed with the air conditioner going, so to try to keep it cool in here. I suppose I could unplug the Ethernet cord, go Wi-Fi, and try to show you guys my new little Pleco. Let's try that. Ruin anything. Um, there's the tank. Yes, I did. I did message you on Messenger. I'm gonna kick the AC on quick here, so hold on. Okay. Oh, hey. Look at that. Oh. They were right up front. Darn it. My headset got snagged. Okay. Bacterial. Okay. It's looked like that for a couple days now. That new addition. Yes, the fish now have a mothball. Moss ball. I can't talk. I should clear up. Do some extra water changes. Okay. I've been doing water changes about once a week. So if I should do them more than that, let me know. See if we can get any. I'm gonna try bringing a fish to this side. There's, let's see here. There's one of them, little black one, and then, this is so hard. Give me just a second, you guys. I'm gonna try something. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. See. Yeah. This is actually a brand new filter. I found out recently that the hang-on back that I had was sized for a 5 to 15 gallon. And my tank is twice the size that the filter was supposed to be for. So I went out and bought this one. It's a 20 to 40 gallon. I could try run both. I had been using the little hang-on back for the tub I was using as a quarantine. Yeah, I had a bottle of beneficial bacteria starter, and I'd been slowly adding it, and my bottle is gone. The bottle of starter is empty. But I'm going to try something. This might look a little weird, but I'm hoping it works. Oh, damn it, and I can't even connect to StreamYard from my phone. That sucks. Ugh, damn it. I was going to try use my phone to connect and do a better view of the tank. But what I can show you, if I don't spill it, is the container that has the duckweed in it. You see all the little flecks. Yeah, I know goldfish are messy, but I wonder if the water will clear up once I use the gravel vac for the first time. Still haven't done that yet. I went to Petco and got this big thing. Welcome to everybody just coming in. Not much happening here. Anybody can click that link. But it does come in handy with 7 tanks. I've only got the one. But I've got we got fish looking at us. I think my little calico is the shyest one out of all of them. Yeah, big guy's been chasing everybody. Oh, here she comes. Oh, come on. Come on, baby.
Look at her.
Try to get out of the shot.
Oh.
That's my calico. And my baby. It might be my internet. I don't know.
If you saw me in the camera like this in the color. Is there a last color in here?
My name on Messenger, Taylor, is Sabrina Druitt. You messaged me back and forth a couple times.
If you hear a bit of coloring in the camera, it's Destiny. Here's my blue.
No. I said no.
Okay.
But
Also, red firework burst. But what part side do the burst on?
Where did you get the Tetris sticker? That, Chevy? was actually a freebie given to me when I got my stuff from Aquarium Co-op. I had only ordered the green square one that says Aquarium Co-op. Corey sent the Tetra one free of charge.
And
And I love those two little stickers on that tank. And they're back. This one's been chasing everybody. My fish don't look big enough, but I guess he thinks everybody's big enough for eggs. He'll chase the black one every now and then, but he's really persistent about chasing my little calico. And then I don't know if you'll see it well, but in the back over here, so hard not having an actual movable webcam, but I bought a little bubble column airstone thing for the fish. I wonder where my little gecko is at. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, where is he hiding? Let's see.
warmer than hot.
I think the little pleco might be hiding in here. I'm not seeing him anywhere else. Okay. No, I don't see him.
I'll let you know where he is.
I think he's hiding, baby.
I'll find him. No, fix your little clouds. Yeah. And there we go.
Oh, all three of them are right up front. Yay! The calico is my baby. I love showing off my fish. I just wish I had a better way to do it. If anyone's curious, the baby pleco I was given, it really was a baby. It's only this big.
And it took up my whole finger.
Yes, bristle nose. I am in North Dakota. Not much goes on here. If any streamers got a card, they're welcome to come hang out. I'm kidding. I don't expect you to come all the way to a middle of nowhere state just to visit.
There we go.
Puppies. You have to be silent, Kaya. Ugh, toddlers.
2 toddlers. More like 5. This whole one is wet, blue, blue, blue. All of it is blue, blue, blue. Don't matter if it's for me or special or blah.
I'm thinking I might have to cut down to just one stream a week. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Yawn. I love doing 2 streams, but I don't know. People tend to plan stuff around the weekend, so. If anybody's got questions, go ahead and ask them. You don't need to make the marker squeak.
All of it is gonna be blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue.
What got you in fish keeping?
Blue here. Then some blue there. Some
What got me into it was I've always loved fish, and last summer I actually saved this tank from being dumpster trash. Someone was throwing it out. I rescued it, brought it home. It sat in the garage all winter, and then this spring, when the snow was all gone finally, I brought it into the house, washed it, wiped it down, disinfected it, all that. And then I gave it its first fill with water to see if there were any leaks or anything, and there wasn't. The only thing wrong with it is there's no lid to the tank. I'm currently using the false bottom as a lid for it, which actually works too, because it was found with the light in it. So I just use the false bottom spaced out enough for the light bulb to have clearance and not be on top of anything. And then that's how I light the tank. I've gone through multiple phases of what kind of fish I wanted. Lots of bouncing back and forth between, do I want salt water, do I want fresh water, do I want to do this or this, live plants, fake plants, what. About 4 weeks ago, I started binge watching Aquarium Co-op, ordered all the stuff for the tanks, and then over the past 3 weeks, it's been getting the tank to where it is now. Bye, fish. I don't know who's gonna be streaming next, but the usual lineup starts in about 10 minutes, I guess. Any last minute questions anybody has, or anything you want to know? Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't really say I have a tank from growing up because my mom was the typical mom that everybody in the hobby hates. She would get the feeder fish, handful at a time, chuck them in a giant jar right away. Didn't know anything about keeping them. And then they'd die and she'd just go buy more feeder fish and chuck them in the jar. Any new fish coming?
Ow!
Don't know. It all depends on what I dare try put in this tank, and if I dare try get more tanks. If I somehow find the money for it, I might try get like a nano tank and maybe a couple tetras, or a betta. I don't know. All depends on what I can afford.
I O U. U.
Go find the Pleco.
Okay, I'll go find the Pleco. By the way, I think it's on the back of the well.
14 tanks plus 2 leakers. Uh-oh. Leaks are no good. I am sending my 5-year-old to find Pleco. She loves looking for it.
I think it's the nether rail well on the west.
And see if she found it.
It's on this side. I think it's on this side, but it's this way and head here.
Move your hand. No, it's not on the well.
Maybe it's on the back of.
I don't know.
No.
Hmm.
Maybe it's in his Pleco cave cleaning the top. Maybe it's in
I don't know. He's so tiny, it's hard to find him.
Or he might be in the building.
It's always so hard to locate fish when they're itty bitty.
Maybe he's under the wall. Maybe he's been split by that wall.
Yeah.
No chance hell.
Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping to show you guys on the stream, but
These have a fortune cookie.
he doesn't want to come out of hiding right now. Well, 5 minutes to go. Does anybody else got anything they want to ask?
Can they please have samples?
I love watching my fish swim.
Yeah.
It's really relaxing just watching them swim around.
I've got nothing there.
Anybody else just sit and stare at the fish? What fish food do you feed? Okay, grab the foods.
First is bug bites. And this one. And this one.
And that's it.
Okay.
Well, I have frozen bloodworms in the freezer that I give on occasion. Like, I got them like a week ago, and I've only used 3 out of the package so far, and it's a pack of 30. Other foods I have, Chevy, are this one from
Bug bites.
Yes, bug bites. Shush, Kaya. Go back over there. I need you to put them away when I'm done.
Okay.
Hey. All you do is stare at fish. It's fun. I have this one, pellets for the fish, and then I have the thinking algae wafers for the little pleco. I got all three of them off of Aquarium Co-op. I got the bloodworms at PetSmart. I've got Fish TV. Okay, just put them away. Hey.
Oh, see what sound they make.
No. Ugh. I need to get a bigger place. Once I get a bigger place, I can get more fish and get more tanks. Because right now, I'm not sure I could throw anything in with these guys and not, be overstocking the tank.
Oh. Well, how do you do it? Oh.
I got a question. If your tank has cloudy water from a bacterial bloom, how do you spot if your fish have laid eggs? The orange one keeps chasing around the calico, nudging at her belly and trying to shove her into things. He is very persistent.
I think he really wants a bigger place so he can be in their own home.
I'm just trying to figure out how to prepare myself for if anything happens and I end up having fish eggs.
Oh, well, how do you do it?
Okay, I'll be quiet. James! Welcome to the party! Yes, smash the like button, please. How long you been lurking? I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't just keep going because I have no idea if anybody's coming up next. I don't know who's streaming when. Because last couple times I've done a stream and then said the next person was coming up. They weren't exactly there. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I say goodbye? Should I keep going?
These are all gonna be special designs.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Keep going. Hey, James, did you just get here or have you been lurking for a little bit? No, I'm not messing with the track right now. Back and forth. I'm excited to watch tonight's stream, James. I've never seen Miss Fish before. Or Miss Fever. I don't know what she likes to be called. No one's coming on now, huh? Well, I guess we'll keep going then. As long as you guys got questions for me, I'll keep going.
Well.
Stop.
If you're new to Sabrina's channel, click a like.
Favorite fish? Ugh. Do I have to pick one? Or can I just say all? Fish I never want to own? I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I'm gonna have to say arowanas. Or anything that jumps. I don't want to have to worry about my fish jumping out of the tank on me. And from what I've heard from John and Lisa, arowanas and hatchetfish like to jump. I don't want anything that'll jump out of the tank on me. Goldfish don't jump. At least mine don't. Well, then I guess it's a good thing I tell my kids to tippy toe through the kitchen. Don't startle the fish or you'll be in timeout. And they actually do not startle the fish.
These ones go here. How do we do this here?
Oh, goodness, I keep yawning. Must be nap time. That or I haven't had enough caffeine.
Get some caffeine.
Shush. My 5-year-old is telling me what to do. She's a brat. I can tell you one thing I would love to do is have enough space in my own home to someday have at least one freshwater tank and one saltwater tank. I would love to have a tank for both types. Because there's a whole ton of freshwater fish that I love, and there's a whole bunch of saltwater fish that I love. Yes, I keep posting the link. Don't be scared. Be a guest. Come, hit the link. Join me. It's a lot easier to talk when it's live. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I do know everybody who's known in the group. So many people tune into them often enough, they're used to talking. They're used to talking about fish. And they have way more experience than I do.
I'm Vizcaya.
You will be silent. Ugh. Brackish tank? What's brackish?
I think of that as fish.
Lifetime learner.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, Kayla, if you got tips, tell me. Tell me tips, I'll use them. I will not tell you again.
Okay.
And what kind of fish can be in brackish water? I guess I don't know. Like I said, I'm very new. I've only been doing my research for the past 4 weeks total. I'm still learning everything. My orange fish has a poop trail again. He's the only one that has one too. Sure, I'll let you feed fish. I don't care if you're a mess. Look at me. My hair is a mess. I figure it's better to just be myself and not worry about being all dolled up and pretty for the camera. You get to know the real me by looking at the real me. I know my little girl, Kaya, she likes looking at the mollies. She thinks they look cute. She especially likes the Dalmatian mollies, the ones that are white with all the black spots over them. Two different Dalmatian mollies, huh? Oh. Hello.
I had to figure out how to turn the camera around so I could see what you're seeing. Yeah, I'm just starting to feed fish, so it might be something to look at, and it might be boring. So.
Hey, it's something.
I'm doing my big feeding right now, my frozen food, so everybody's excited. They'll get a snack tonight.
Fun. So, what kind of fish do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
It'd probably be easier to answer what I don't have. I can tell you what I've got as we go around. It might get boring for people, so just tell me. These are rainbows, mostly rainbow fish. And then there's some cardinal tetras, green tetras, rummy nose tetras, white clouds,
Zoomed it
zebras.
in so we could see better.
There you go. Zebras. all kinds of stuff in there that get along good. It's Corridoras. They like to hang out over there.
Hide in the corner.
And there's a, I thought I had lost both of my, there's a plico somewhere back here hiding, probably on the wood. I thought I had lost both of my ropefish, but there's still one in here. I have no idea where he stays. No idea.
He probably hides.
Yeah, I've tried to find his hiding places. I thought it would be in these caves, but it's not. But he's in there. It's pretty good size. He could be behind the hang-on backs. I don't know. I've got this tank over filtered, I guess, because I've got 2 hang-on backs, and I've got 2 big sponges. Little sponges back there. So that really helps me load it up like this. People will say I've got too many fish, and they'll probably say that in the comments, but
well, you know what? You've got 4 filters on that one tank.
Right.
I say you're doing good.
Yeah, I build. Here's
hey, that water looks
that's,
like my tank.
That's the green one. And without me wanting to be green, this is the barb tank. The reason I've started putting all these smaller barbs is I want the big ones, the filament barbs there. There's 5 of those in my 180 in the other room. So I wanted to keep my bacteria load, my beneficial bacteria load. So that's why I've been adding. I added some little Odessas, I think, the day before yesterday or yesterday.
Fun.
They're mostly just variations on tiger barbs and stuff. I've got some gold barbs that I may move over here, golden barbs. These guys are good eaters.
Yes. I've just got my 3 goldfish and then my new baby pleco, who is a master at hiding.
Yeah, they are. Or blending in. Sometimes I'm looking at it and I can't even see it.
Well, mine, as I said, is only yay big.
Little beauty. This
It's
one is
only
not
like-
too big. It's
He's only like 1 or 2 inches,
yeah.
and he's the brownish black color with the white spots all over him.
Oh, cool.
And he's a little baby bristle nose.
Cool.
And the lady who gave him to me said she's got small ones as small as this big.
Yeah, I love baby plecos, and they're so much fun to watch them wrestle and fight. They're funny. I've got two great big sponges in here, but you can't see
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
what happened. Is he out?
There he is, right on the glass for y'all.
Cool. Heard you talking about him.
Yes, he did. He's right up to the filter. He likes to hide on the black filter, and I've got a little fairy garden well decoration in the tank, and he likes to hide on the underside of the well roof because he's so tiny right now. He also likes to hide in the little blue castle that my son picked out that's right up front.
Makes it a cave.
Yeah. Well, he's so tiny right now, he can fit inside the thing. So. But once he gets bigger, I do have the big pleco cave from Aquarium Co-op.
This is a 55-gallon that I used to have my big fish in that are in the 180 now in the other room. But it burst literally a big leak one night. Unfortunately, I was home and got them out. I only lost 1 of them. So this became the home for Nelson, my blue-tongued skink. He was in a 20-gallon and growing fast. So he's a sweetie. I can hold him, and I'm going to mist him now, and that should make him, he'll stick his tongue out. Like,
now I see him now that he's moving.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is he?
He's about to get a makeover. I've got all the stuff to do it. I just don't have time to make the video or hadn't made time. But he needs a different substrate, and he needs lids that are glass, and I've already got them. kind of giving away my video, but I need to redo a lot of this. So
Chevy's being silly in the chat. Front and center Pleco appearance.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he came on the stream just for you guys.
These guys this is an Indonesian blue tongue, and he needs more humidity, and he needs to be different substrate. It needs to be more like soil, and I've got that too. But I watch his temperature and humidity back there. He likes it about 80, and the humidity way up, and it's coming up now that I missed him. It's about 40, but it needs to be on up there. So the tops will help with that. You know, they'll keep the moisture in. He's a good boy. He loves to take baths. He usually blows bubbles in the bath, not with his mouth. People that have followed this fish for a long time, that's Dharma. I got her about 1.5 years ago. And she's behind the algae. She's my Fahaka. She's a big girl. But I just took this huge piece of driftwood out of here and put it in the 180. And that was where she laid all the time. But I was trying to make more room in here. Her roommates have gotten big too. Those are hoplo catfish. They're real calm and sweet. She used to bite them, but they've got all their fins now. And there's one
and she's probably biting them and telling them, this is my tank.
Oh, yeah. She's territorial. Oh, there's one other bitterling in here. I've got one bitterling there. I've been trying to get it out. So that's what's in there. But I've got to redo this tank. That rock there, I've got enough to make a cave. But I've just got it standing up there out of the way right now.
Okay.
I just started on this last night. She's been happier, I can say that.
Well, as long as the fish are happy, that's what matters, right?
She's been happier. Got some
so
more.
What's down there?
That's some more barbs. That's those golden barbs.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 angelfish that were sent with me as samples with another fish order. And they did better than the fish I ordered. And they've grown up, and they're really, really, they're nice angelfish. They're still for sale on Get Gills, but I don't need any more.
A white one and a black one. Well, that's where you name them Yin Yang.
Yeah. I thought about putting them in my 180 tank also. And I have an addiction to Cory cats, so you'll see Cory's in almost all my tanks. Or some kind of cats. There's a couple kinds down there.
I would love to have more fish, but I have no idea what I could put in this tank without overloading it.
Well, how many gallons is it?
It's a 30-gallon hexagon, tall.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, 2 feet deep on the inside.
This is more rainbow fish primarily, and there's a couple of eels in here. Those are really nice rainbows. I mean, price-wise and all that. I never liked rainbow fish my whole life, and then a couple years ago, I'm like, wow, those are cool. And of course, the catfish are in there. Got cats everywhere. I've got those laser catfish in here somewhere. Laser Cory's, orange lasers.
I heard a bark.
That's Rico. He's laying here on the towel. Rico,
Aww.
He's 18. And Winston's messing with him. Whatever Rico has, Winston wants it. All right. Rico gave it up. Bless him. Bless Rico. And see, he didn't even lay on the towel. He didn't even lay on it, did he? Winston's no good. I always keep a couple of towels down. They can get on the bed, but I leave a couple of towels, down for them to lay on.
Uh-huh.
They're old, so. This tank up here is.
What kind of plant is that?
That's just a big sword plant. It's the same as this one here. This one here is just a lot thicker. And then that's some kind of bulb I got from Cory. Chevy people probably know what it is. That's a bulb, and it dies back and comes out, and it just came out like crazy recently. Okay. That's just a swordfish. They're like $4. And that one is the one I've been growing for a long time. And Susan, that closed her fish room down, Susan with SLC Aquatics, she
Mm-hmm.
sent me that one when I got some crayfish from her. She just sent it and some other plants, so it's doing good.
Okay. Yeah, I've got an Anubias that I bought from Corey at Aquarium Co-op, and then just yesterday I picked up a Java Fern from Petco.
Those are cool.
Yeah,
There's
I got the
Anubias
Java
in
Fern
here.
when I picked up the Gravelback.
Yeah, that's a pot that turned over, and it's got an Anubias, and that's a mama there with eggs. I don't see the eggs, but she's got them. These are little apistogrammas.
And she probably got the eggs inside the pot.
It may be. There's a lot of gravel, but she's guarding it. The dad goes over there. She used to spawn in that. All these little ones are hers, different sizes. They're all her babies.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll like this, Raina, I bet. That's my pet. I keep wanting to move him to my 180. He's 14 inches long. He was a little tiny black ghost knife fish I tapped on the tank. Here he comes. He'll take food out of my hand and he'll take it right out of the syringe.
Ooh.
He's a sweetie. Am I showing him? There. There you go. I'm going to get a big piece of shrimp to give him. He never bothers those little fish, and people always talk about I've lost my slop, my mixture. Here it is. People talk about how they eat fish, and I just started feeding him. You know, when he was little, there were two of them, and I lost one of them. I don't remember it died, what happened, but let's see, he's watching me. Come on, get your shrimp. Come on. There he is. He's a good boy. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yep. They're pretty smart, pretty cool. But he loves this tank, but it's really not big enough for him anymore. There's another one. Let's get one more. He needs to be in that 180, not a 29.
Mm-hmm.
3 big pieces. Yep. He's pretty cool. I got shocked by him. They can shock just real low. A couple times touching him just to see, and he can shock. Come on. Let's get one more. Are you full? Yes, he's full. Peeping out at me. People say they're blind and that they don't come out during the day, but they do. Did you get that picture I sent?
Yes, I did. I'm trying to figure out how to put you on full screen.
Oh. He used to go in that piece of PVC, but he can't fit in there. There's some more.
There we go. I figured it out.
Yeah, I've got to learn that StreamYard, so I may be asking you for help. I've just been doing live on YouTube. Of course, there's some catfish.
Yeah, I tried to go live on YouTube, but the 2 times I tried, not even a minute in, they cut my stream.
Oh, because of the number of subs or something? Probably. It cut.
I don't know. I got a notification when they cut it saying your stream has been ended due to either a viewer complaint or copyrighted material. And it's like,
they did that to me one time when I'd been live streaming for like an hour and had like 30 people watching. I was at a pet place. There you go. There he goes.
I'm playing with it.
Yeah, he's getting full, I think. You know how that is when a baby starts getting full and won't take the next bite.
Yeah.
You can save that one, or you can let the other fish. He's watching me. He's a good one. All right. I see my trouble is I play with the fish too much, and it takes me forever to feed them all. I've got 39 tanks, so.
Oh, damn.
In 3 different rooms, and I'm still in my bedroom. This tank just has some plecos in it. I had some swords and I've lost a bunch of them and I never have figured out. That's the only one left. They were in my tubs last year. I lost them to something I never figured out. It didn't affect my upside down catfish. It didn't affect my crayfish. Didn't affect my
Just the
plecos.
swords.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm not seeing any dead, but he may be the only one left. But every day I find 5 or 6, and I've tried all kinds of things. Major water changes. See, it didn't affect the corridors. I've got some black quarries. There's
Huh.
one of them. Didn't affect those guys, so just the swords, and he's the only one. Yeah, and he looks good. There you go. Most of this food's for the stuff down bottom. That's just more sword plants, Rena.
Okay.
They're cheap, so I love them. When they're green, they take up a lot of space. Only got 3 more in here. Are you bored to death yet?
No,
These are
I'm actually
killer.
having fun.
All right. Well, people in the chat may be bored. We don't want to run people off, so or in the stream. These are mostly killifish, and there's one of those crayfish in here too. And there's some silver tip tetras. I was trying to. The killies are mostly hiding back there. The filter and stuff there, they're starting to move around back there. Got 3 kinds in here, but I couldn't tell you any of their names. There's some under the wood. When things float by, they ambush it. They're not playing today so much. But yeah, they're big killies. You can kind of see their silhouette under there. And these guys, these are babies from a pair that I had, and these are all that I've got left. They're not babies anymore. I've been selling these the last couple months, and I've sold probably, 75 or 80 of them. Sold them in pairs, and you see they're spoiled rotten. And I stopped because the mail was getting, I lost like 3 pairs of them. They'd arrive like in 8 days instead of 3 or 4. And so I just decided to take them off the website and raise some more from these.
Yeah, if the fish aren't arriving on time.
Yep. Because I had to replace those, even though it was the mail's fault. And I can go back and they're insured for like $50 a package. They're not worth that. I think it comes up to $29 or $30 because they were $15 a pair.
Yeah, but still, they were insured, so.
Right, and they're my babies. I raised them. All of these I raised too that are in the bottom from 2 pairs. They're the giant carbenzas. That would be a good project you'd like. You can't keep them with a lot of stuff because they're cichlids, but all of those I raised.
Yeah, my biggest problem is the fact that I am in a 2nd floor apartment.
Yeah.
So I can't really do a whole lot without risking like the floor bowing or
Yeah. People say to put them around the walls, and so that's what I did most of mine. But my big ones are in the middle of the living room floor. I've got a 125 and a 180. Well, that's everything in here. My TV froze on something I was watching last night, and I fell asleep, and it still froze. YouTube, not TV. What are people saying in the chat? Let me come out of here and look at the chat.
Not a whole lot of.
Chevy,
Not a whole lot.
Chevy's saying you can keep monos, gobies, archer fish. Yeah, Chevy knows the fish. Not boring to you. People. Yeah, I'm gonna need get back. You all can still see, right?
Yeah.
I can't see you. I can just see the chat. Well, I'm going to go back to you then, since there's nothing going on in there.
Yeah, if something happens, I'll let you know.
That is Java fern. And you don't see any fish, do you? Not one single fish. Now watch this. I've got a mother in here that I rescued as a tiny little fish. And when she got to be like a year old, I found her a mate. And they spawned.
Yep, there they go.
They spawned, and these are all their babies. But they're Jack Dempsey's is what they're called. Because of their profile, they look like this old fighter that was a prize fighter.
Holy cow! Where were they all hiding?
I know, right? Think about when you go swimming and what's hiding in here? They were just tiny little specks, like grains of salt. Some of them have gotten a lot bigger than others. She's hiding. She's been pouting for a day or two. So much algae. There she is. Her name's Cobalt. And I literally rescued her from PetSmart on Easter a year and a half ago. They had put a bunch of these in that were smaller than these with the wrong other fish, and they had killed them and ripped them up, and she was torn up and sucked up to the filter intake, and I got her for like $2.49, and she's big. She's real big for her breed and her age. So
Oh, wow.
she's got a boyfriend in there named Bo, and she didn't kill him, and I got lots of videos on her. People know, everybody that follows me knows Cobalt. She'll probably let her babies eat this, but see if she'll come up. There she goes.
And she got a couple gulps in there.
Yep. Usually these guys kill their babies, when they're a few weeks old, they eat them. And these guys must be like 4 or 5 months old. So it's weird. And they spawn again, but they haven't done that. They just keep sticking with these. I'd made arrangements to give them to the local fish store, like for credit. They're not expensive when they're little like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's been pouty the last couple of days. She usually comes right up front, and you know how they shake their head and all that.
I actually don't, because I know nothing about Dempsey's.
They're just a South American cichlid. They had water change last night. I was looking for Bo. He's about half her size.
Looks like it's time to do a little scrubbing.
Yeah, I actually wiped a little bit of algae off the front a couple of days ago, but they like to hide, so I'm the only one really that sees it. I don't worry about it. Yeah, a lot of my tanks have algae. I'm trying to turn the light on down here. There we go. That's just a saltwater, that's what all that is salt. It's just a saltwater quarantine. There's nothing in there.
Okay.
Those are baby Corridoras. I think there are 10 in there. And there's some rice fish in here. They're back in the back. I see them. Trying to get them to spawn. Those came from Pam, Punchy Paints. You might see her sometimes online. And then here I've got my new axolotls. They were little babies. They're getting...
I would love to have one of them.
Now they're easy to keep. I mean, it's cold water. See, there's nothing in here. No heater, just a aeration, just a little bit of moss, and got them a cave. And they don't like a lot of light. In fact, you don't even have light.
Oh, your audio keeps cutting.
Because I put my hand over it, probably. Over the microphone when I'm holding it. That's probably what it is.
Okay.
You know how old people are with all this stuff.
Yeah. We have something in there.
In a minute, baby. Grab me and check them out. Grab one for your brother.
We We didn't look at the axolotls in that first room, did we? I didn't feed them. Sure didn't.
Yeah, I said the chocolate ones. Ugh. Time to make the kids squeal.
If you get one of these, get two of them. The axolotl. Somebody's either happy or excited.
And here's why. Hold on. Here's why they're happy.
Oh, I don't blame them. I used to love to drink chocolate milk with Swiss cheese at night for a snack, and the doctor made me quit drinking chocolate because I'm diabetic. It's got a lot of sugar, so that was the end of that.
Aww.
I'm going to run back in here and feed the big axolotls. They're a pair, and they're the natural color. Those were the leucistic. But these guys, see, I've got their light way down. There's my other green water.
You're fun.
I forgot these guys completely. Wouldn't be nice. Hey. Find them some big stuff to eat, guys. I think I'm about to have
Here's a really, really
babies
big
from
one.
these. The same thing, just a cave and no heater.
Chevy Fish is thanking me for putting you on full screen. It's easier to see the tanks, fish, and plants. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I don't even see these guys.
Maybe they're just hiding.
They're both in that cave, so they may be in there spawning. She's really, really big. She's heavy, like she's full of eggs. They lay eggs like frogs, but it's definitely a male and a female. Just going ahead and dropping their food in. They can smell really, really good, like better than a dog or something. If they're hungry, they'll come out. They smell it. There's somebody sticking out, I think. Yeah. They're really big guys. There we go.
And you said they're really easy to keep?
Yeah. The hardest part, Rena, is keeping them cold enough. They have to be like in the 60s if you can.
Okay.
So I keep these over here by this. I've got it turned off so you can hear me, but I've got a dehumidifier, and I let it blow right on them, and it gets like the fan effect. So they stay like 68, but yeah, they like it cold. And changing the water, it's just like keeping it.
Okay.
Come somebody, got a customer. But yeah, my desk is right here, so they sit there and watch me a lot.
Hi. Oh, I see him.
So cool. They're like little dinosaurs.
The Chevy Fish is wondering where the food bowl is.
Right here. And I use it a lot so food doesn't get stuck down in the rocks. There we go. Got to knock the top off. It's so funny when I vacuum this out, they want to come over and watch what I'm vacuuming up. Kind of like fish do.
Look at them first. Oh my god.
Touch another one's tail, but
Nope.
there it goes.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Man, this water feels cold. But they'll come over there and eat.
Okay.
They're super cool when things are dropping down. They watch them drop down and they snap them so fast you can't even see it hardly. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Need to be running dogs. These are the dragon puffers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. There we go. Nom.
What?
She won't eat anything but bloodworms, and I didn't put bloodworms in this mix, so I'll have to get her some. Start eating the krill.
Why so picky?
She's newer than him, and when they first came, neither one would eat. She just, all she eats is the jumbo bloodworms. I put this stuff in every day, hoping she'll eat. He finally started eating it. And he'll also eat like pellets and stuff.
Okay.
She's
I
got
got
a problem with her eye right now, so I have to change the water every day anyway. I don't know what's going on with it. It looks better, though.
Well, as long as it's looking better.
I'll bring you some bloodworms, girl, back. Phew. These are just big tetras, and I've got 2 pacu in here. I'm going to have to get them a bigger tank or rehome them pretty soon.
Oh.
Yep.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, that's Tibby. Where's Tibby? Tibby, come here. Raymond wants to see the kitty. Come on. Come over here where we can see you. Here. There's cat litter on the floor. Dryer sheets. Yeah. He likes to help me. There's Dharma. They're my helpers.
Aww.
I've got 3 caddies. The other one's asleep. She's old. Her name's Holly. Yeah.
Well, your black and white one.
Yeah.
I used to have a black and white one too, but it was the short hair version, not a long hair, and its back was black, and it had a white patch that if he sat just right, it looked like North and South America.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and his name was Neko, which is Japanese for cat. So I used to joke about him being my American kitty with a Japanese name.
Mako.
Yeah. So
He's got a brother. I forget his brother name. I got him from all of my animals come from the shelter where I volunteer. But he's
okay.
got a brother that's got short hair, and one of the other volunteers got his brother.
Yeah.
And these are just guppies.
Yeah.
Guppies.
When I got mine, it was a newspaper ad. A lady had kittens for giveaway. And she came into town, and I was looking, and all of the kittens were the gray tabby stripe. And then he was in there. He was the oddball out of the entire litter. He was the only one who was black and white out of the entire litter.
Ouch, sorry. Well, you know, like dogs, cats can have different daddies. As many as, you know, they date. I'll say that. They can have that many different daddies. I didn't know that until a couple of years ago. The vet was telling me, like, how can they all be so different? It's like, well, the dads are probably different, you know.
Huh.
Like dogs, so that makes sense. Hey. You want to know who I'm talking to? Hey.
Oh. So where are you located?
Me, I live in Tennessee.
Fun. So you're probably able to go hang out with Ed and James all the time, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually how those two got together. Is James started talking to me several months ago on YouTube, and he asked me or invited me to come and see his fish and said I could film, and I was going to go to the fish store up there anyway. It's Knoxville. It's like an hour and a half drive. So Ed and I usually go around together, and so I said, well, can my friend Ed come? And he said, well, yeah. So we met him at first because we didn't know him. We met him at the fish store, and then we went to see his fish, and I did my video and met his family, and so I took him and Ed out to lunch, and
those two just hit it off, huh?
They hit it off. Well, we did too. I mean, James and I are friends, but they started doing their YouTube thing and all that, so
Okay.
it really worked out good for Ed because he needs to grow his channel. I don't think he cares that much about it. He'd rather just have fun.
Well, hey, his channel is fun, so it all works out.
It is. But yeah, the three of us and a couple of us, and we're going to meet the Atlanta trip, like I was asking Brad a while ago, and Patrick, Dragon Lair.
Chevy says those Pacu are gorgeous.
These guys I got to put out in the pond, not the tub outside, and I kind of like them, so I just left them in here. That's a cold water tank, nothing going on in it, no heater, no bubble, no nothing. They're doing great. They're growing, but I don't know if I want to put them out there or not. Thank you, Chevy. Yeah, they were about half the size of my big silver dollars when I got them, and I've had them maybe 4 or 5 months. Now they're twice the size. They don't bother anybody as long as I feed them well. Or that glass could be clean too. Oh well. All right. We're almost out of the fresh water.
Ooh, I see salt water.
These are some fish I was selling, and I sold them down to just a few juveniles, but I've got a whole bunch of those guys in here.
Yep, crab. Or no, that's a shrimp.
It's they're self-cloning. I've got him a big shrimp there if he sees it. There he goes. There came the other one to get it.
Oop.
Bunch of them in here. They're all babies from one that I got from Susan. Again, when she closed down her place.
Okay.
I'll have to give them some more pieces or they'll fight over that one. But yeah, I've got several of those guys in tanks.
Okay, time to show some cuteness. Time to show some cuteness. Hold on.
What you got?
My 3-year-old is pretending to be Santa.
Aw.
Look at her.
And there's his sister.
Aw. Merry Christmas.
No, Kaya. We're all looking at Bob's fish.
What'd she
He's got
say?
tons of things. She wants everybody to see her dollhouse, but actually,
Oh, a
Kaya, how
dollhouse.
about you come over and see his fish tank? He's got Dory.
Yeah,
Dory.
I love Dory.
Dory's
So
in
let's
there.
talk about some fish here.
Oh, and there's Bubbles.
Wee.
They're all here.
I got my dress.
Yeah. Oh, Kaya. Clownfish.
Clownfish. Nemo and Dory.
Yeah. They're all in there. Oh, kitty cat.
Yeah, that's the old one. That's Holly. Hey, Holly.
Can we please have a bit of info?
Kaya, he's just feeding his fish. That's all he's doing is it's feeding times. Oh my goodness, it's almost 4 already.
Yep.
5 for you.
Got to get ready and go over and take care of the dogs at the Ark. We have kennel duty on Saturday.
Is it a little baby? Honey?
You bite.
This was my very first saltwater tank about 1.5 years ago. I never kept salt until I was like 56, I guess. No, older than that. I'm 64, so like 62.
Wow.
There are lots of little crabs and snails and stuff in there. All right. These guys are rotten. I want to lay that camera down. That little clownfish is new. I got it at the same time I got those little barbs, and I got it to be a mate to that little one down there. And so far they haven't hit it off, but they're not fighting like they were.
Well, maybe it's just going to take them a little bit of time to get used to each other.
It will. She's what they call hosting that coral. So she doesn't want it around it. Here comes the shrimps out. They're pretty.
Yeah, if I ever get a second tank, I think I might try attempt saltwater because a local fish shop right down the street from me, just a couple blocks away, is a saltwater only shop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's just a little local mom and pop shop.
Yeah, if you keep it simple, really the only difference is you got to put salt in and make sure it's the right salinity, but it's no big deal.
And I think for that, I'll just, I'm going to cheat. I'll go to PetSmart or Petco and buy the jugs of the pre-mixed salt water.
You can do that, yeah.
And cheat, grab a couple of big jugs, fill my tank, and just fill it from there.
I got into corals and they're not that happy today. They're not all open. It's due for a water change tonight, so that's why, probably. All right, guys.
Chevy says hi, kids. Let's see.
So that's 2 rooms. I've got 3 tanks left. Finally. All right. That big piece of wood that I took out of that other tank with the puffer, that's it. I just threw it in here.
Okay.
So these fish were, the big ones were in that 55 when it burst. So these are Severums and Geophagus, which are my 2 favorite fish, and then other fish that are growing up. So this is stocked to the max, but I've got 2 great big hang-on backs and 2 great big
Okay.
sponge filters. And these guys are not spoiled, you see. Come on. I have one in here that's blind or mostly blind, and I hand feed it. I have all the lights on this. Yeah, I was trying to show that catfish.
Fun.
They're ready. Need to clean the outside of this one. I cleaned the algae on it last night when I did the water change. Find my little blind one and get it some food. It's usually right here somewhere bedding. This tank is really wide too, so it's hard to read it. That wood may have it thrown off. Something new in there. Where are you at? Huh. It looks just like that. It's the brother to that one. Put them together. Where are you? There were 3 of them. There's another one.
And Chevy just posted another comment. He said that Selfin Tang is gorgeous. It's going to get huge.
Yeah. Here's another one, Chevy. This is the what do you call it? The more not as common. It's a special kind of Selfin there. Yeah, that one in there belonged to a lady that brought it back to the local fish store, and then they were closing down and nobody bought it, so I got a good deal on it. But they fight it in this big tank and they fight it in that 40, so I put it in there to be in that 20 for now. So far it's doing good. Where are you at? How weird. Usually it's right here, and it probably is, and I don't see it. You guys see a fish with cloudy eyes, let me know. It's obvious it's blind. Maybe that wood really does have it thrown off, but it's not around it. Okay. If I turned on the rest of the lights, it would help, but all right. Let me go slowly across here. There it is. Right there. Yep. See, its eyes are cloudy. Come on, baby. Come on. It hears me and it comes right to me. Of course, they want it too. Move out of the way.
I'd almost put that one in its own little separate tank so the others don't eat its food like that.
Oh, it gets to eat better than they do. That was just to get it started. It eats better than they do. That's why they all crowd down there, because they know it's going to get. No, it's done. Here we go now. Yeah, people have said that, but he trying to steal his shrimp. Yeah, that wood's got him spooked. That's what it is. He does great in here. I mean, I've thought about moving him, but uh, he's very social, and those are his mates. Here you go, buddy. Get it. There you go. Hold on. No, you get away. You got a piece of it. Get back. Get back. Uh, yeah, I always make sure he gets his food.
It's pretty cool that you can hand feed them like that.
Well, Severums are. Here we go. Last bite. Come on, get this. Good. Nope. Yeah, he got most of it. There you go. Yeah, they're really powerful fish. I mean, they get excited. They can throw water everywhere, even with these lids. All right.
Hey Chevy, do you see anybody going live at all?
Did y'all see that note that Brandon put on the Fish Tubers schedule
I
page?
saw that.
Yeah, I put a note on it too. I think I'm the one he talked about that nobody, because I asked him Friday. Somebody said it hadn't been on there for a few days, and usually I look at it every day, but I guess I hadn't the last couple, so I messaged him, and I'm a moderator on there, and so he explained why it was kind of a test or experiment or something. He kind of explained it in the message.
Well, hopefully enough people say for him to bring it back, and this
Yeah,
time people stay in touch so that it's up to date.
accurate.
And
Yeah, it's not his fault.
yeah,
I understand that, people don't let him know, and then people go on there and they plan to, watch a stream, and then there's no stream. But this guy here is
yeah.
called Rotten too. Rotten, rotten. I hand feed him too. Needless to say, we use a lot of I use a lot of frozen food. Watch how fast this orange one can go. Where is he? He didn't even do it then. He competes with that big angel fish back there for the big food. Oh, didn't get it. You better not pinch me. He pinched me a couple of days ago. There you go. Got it? Can you get up? All right. I'm always afraid he doesn't get enough if I don't give him a big piece. Liking that, huh?
What kind of crab is he?
He's a hermit crab, but one that stays in the water. He's a, they all say electric red marine hermit crab. That's a mouthful. I've got a little blue one in that first tank I started at. I'd like to have them together, but somebody said he might find them. He's finding stuff on the bottom, pieces too. He's picking them up. He's real good about picking up stuff, and he keeps it clean.
Okay.
They're cheap. I paid about $10, $15 for him. So, alrighty. You see how much time I waste, but I want to know if something's wrong. Like I found a heater that the tank was like 86 this morning. So I had to fix that. Put a couple of coal packs in and took the heater out. That's the one that big knife fish was in. They had a high temperature.
Ooh, fun.
You're rotten, begging. Most of these fish are captive bred. They're not wild fish.
Uh-huh.
Some really cool fish. I've got to get that clownfish there, buddy. All right, last tank. That's where all my mess is. My biggest mess. Oh boy.
Stickers.
Sticker and that
Oh,
nitrate spike on this tank. What'd I do?
and you froze for a second.
This is the one everybody talks about where I've got 5 betas in here. Betas. There's one. That's a female, and she spawned with one of the glow betas, but there's 4 males and that one female in here. And they all get along just fine. Sometimes the males blow up, at each other and rush, and they never touch each other. I think it's just having enough territory, and like with cichlids, kind of, they just got to have their space. But yeah, people have them in little cups and set them by each other. Well, of course, they're gonna.
I bet people criticize you all the time for having multiple males in the same tank.
They question it and comment on it, but other people like Chevy that know I do it. That's my newest one right there. It's called a Stars and Stripes. It's a Petco one. I saw him and had to have him. He's still little. And she's a koi. It's the female. The one she mated with, I've got 2 glow betas in here, and of course I don't have a light. I just wanted the glow. There's the one she mated with, that little male right there.
Okay.
No. And then a bunch of rainbow fish. They're almost adults. They're starting to get their colors. Some killifish. There's a little killifish.
Yeah, I asked Chevy if he sees anybody streaming yet, and he says he doesn't see anyone.
Huh. That's unusual, huh?
Yeah.
That one there's got his tail tangled with the wave maker up there. That's what happened to him, but he's doing fine. It's growing back. I just got a wave maker that has less current because the one I had in here was too much. This one's better, but I still need to figure out a way to make it be a little less. So they're all excited. Most of these rainbow fish in here I got from Bob Steenfott. I don't know if you ever watch him.
I've seen his stream a couple times.
Yep. He's about to reopen his store. He's had it shut because there's the other glowfish. There's the 2 of them. So that's all 5. Let's see if they fight. Nope. It's weird. They just like, okay, have a nice day kind of thing. Trying to make sure those little tetras down there get plenty. It's not easy. Always the koi catfish. I told you I'm addicted to those guys.
Yep.
Yep. But that's it. That's it. How long did that take? An hour? It felt like an hour.
Hey, that just means this is the longest stream I've had yet.
Well, you've got that watch time. You're getting watch time, so that helps your channel. I haven't even eaten breakfast.
And Chevy says, yikes, Bob, that's ram and discus water. Good thing you caught that heater.
Yeah. Well, it was okay for the pig, but I don't know about the night fish and the tetra. Better get up and eat. My plants are all dying off in here. I've got to replace them.
Uh-oh.
It was kind of an experiment, but you see the sword plants are not. They're doing fine. 3 of those. I got 2 more little ones to put in. All right, guys. I think that's about all I've got for you all. Here's one more. They'll get a little pellets or flakes or something tonight. All right. Let's see. I go
Yeah.
back through. I've got enough food left to go back through and give the ones that have a lot of fish a little more just to make sure. Just to make sure everybody got some. These guys get big pellets at night. They eat good. A lot of it's going down there now to the little fish. I poured a lot of that in.
All right.
You know, I told you those I was selling. That's the mother to them. She's old. And that's one of her sons, 2 of her sons there.
Fun.
That dad's died. I know all of my fish. You will too. You'll get so you know. I'm not, a cat or a dog or whatever.
Yeah, the big orange goldfish is my son's choice. He named it Wow.
It's a cool name.
And then my daughter picked the black fantail and she named it Butterfly.
I like that.
And then they both demanded that mommy's calico fantail be named Love.
Those are some cool names.
Yeah, and right now, Wow is pretty much harassing Love. Keeps nudging her belly and shoving her into things. And my kids are getting out of hand. So I think for now, I'm going to say that it should be time to end. Stream's gone for 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Wow.
New record. But it's time to go deal with toddlers and figure out what's for supper.
Yeah, I got to get breakfast and a shower and go take care of the dogs over at the shelter. So. All right. Thank you, Raina.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for coming on the stream with me.
You're
For
welcome.
everybody still in the chat, my next stream will be Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, I believe. It's either 5 or 4, but it'll be Tuesday night.
Be watching for you.
All right.
I'm
Bye.
out of here. Bye.
Bye.